Hi, this is Daniel O'Connor from Warbit, and this is a very quick video which will summarise how we work out our key performance indicators on the system. You will see that this is the all-time performance of Warbit over the last 2.5 to 3 years. Each of our organisations who use the system also generate their own KPIs. How we work this out: total savings, that is made up of avoided procurement. So on the system, if a staff member was going to buy a new pen, for example, but they find one on Warbit, then we assume that they have saved that purchase cost. How do we work the purchase cost out? We take the cost of the most expensive pen and the cheapest pen, average it out, and that is the procurement saving. It's very conservative. This also includes a small amount of waste management as well. Waste avoided, we have a database which knows that the average weight of a pen is X kilograms or X grams, and as you trade those items, we can demonstrate that you've saved that amount of waste from going to skip or landfill or whatever. Carbon saved, that is a measure of the carbon given out during the manufacture of an item. Every item, be it a pen or a desk or a car or clothing or whatever, takes energy to build. When you use energy, it gives up. When you create energy, it gives off carbon dioxide. So this is a measurement of the energy taken to build a product. Now, if you on Warbit, if you swap a product, that means you're stopping the purchase of new products. Therefore, you're avoiding these carbon emissions. And then there are other KPIs which I'll go into in this presentation, but you'll notice that some of my customers have different KPIs, and this is down to the administrator to choose. So, for example, cars off the road and trees planted equivalent, their rule of thumbs, we haven't actually planted any trees, we haven't actually taken any cars off the road, they're just rules of thumb where people can get a handle on what actually carbon means. So, for example, a Ford Focus travelling 12,000 miles a year will emit that amount of carbon, so we can work that out. And the same on trees, an oak will absorb 730 kilograms of carbon, so we can say, well, it's the equivalent of planting 70 oaks. Okay, so that's the basics on the KPIs. I'm going to go into a bit more detail now. So I'm logged into my demonstration account here, and so this is all administrators on the system get this sort of account. And I'm going to go to customize reports. You'll notice there's these 5 columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The administrator can select which slot wants to illustrate which performance indicator, and there are a number of performance indicators to choose from. Okay, and all of this is also behind the question marks. This one's interesting. So after about a year of use of the system, the head of procurement from Northumberland County Council came to us and said, look, we're doing lots of trades on the system. I have noticed that our purchase order numbers have dropped from X to Y over time. We would like to attach a value to that. So the average value of actually doing a purchase order to purchase a new item, that's what we're looking at. Because on Warbit, you don't do any purchase orders, it's just a straight change. So in your organisation, it will take a staff member a certain amount of time to do a purchase order, which will have a cost attached to it. You can decide what you want that value to be. It can be 0, or it can be up for an hour. It can be 0, or it can be for £100. Since we've introduced this, we've actually got feedback from customers saying that the cost of a purchase order is actually quite a lot more than £50. But you can select whichever one you want, or keep it 0. On the waste calculations, we used to apply a flat rate of £100 a tonne to work out the savings, but now you can actually specify how much waste costs you. So you specify how much a 14-yard skip costs there. You can then specify how long that skip will take to fill in man hours, and then you can say how tightly packed the skip is, because this affects your skip. This affects your waste costs. And then this will give you a kilogram cost for weight disposal. We multiply this figure by the waste avoided to give you a cost saving on waste management. Okay. So that's the background. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like. Under performance data, you can now see these sorts of performances. So on internal claims, the demonstration account has saved this amount. So that is staff exchanging within that just internally. They've saved this amount on waste charges. That is the kilograms avoided times by the times by the cost per kilogram. This figure here is items which have been claimed from other organisations coming into the organisation. Admin costs, that's the purchase order reduction. And total savings, that is savings on internal claims, savings on waste, and savings on external claims coming into the organisation. This bit here is the amount donated to external organisations, so other universities, other councils, other hospitals, that sort of thing. The amount donated to charity. So you can see we track all of this performance data, and the purpose of this is to demonstrate the true benefits of reuse, to feed back to your upper management, to feed back to your staff, to then generate more use in the system. Okay, you can also see savings over time, and obviously this is going to look much different for an active customer, and this is just a demonstration site. You can see who's adding on what resource, who's doing the most claims, and what the most popular categories are. Obviously, if you're doing 48% of trades in desks, you can tell procurement stop buying desks. We also break down the savings into waste and purchases, and there's the old methodology for the old KPIs there as well, just in case you refer to the old data. You can also generate performance reports for any aspect of the system. So let's have a look at these transaction reports. You can fill in a date range and be more specific, or you just click generate report, and that will give you a report on all of the items that are traded. You can then download that report as an Excel spreadsheet, and then you can drill into that and interpret it however you wish. Okay, and so I've just done 5 or 6 minutes there. That was a very quick summary. If you have any questions, let me know. Or always on the system, behind the little orange question marks, you'll find a little bit more explanation of what things do. So yeah, got any questions, give me an email at info@warp-8.co.uk. This is my first video, so sorry it was a bit rough. I will try and get better and better as I do a video every so often. Okay, thanks, bye.